Yeah, so I went on from having seen that, I went on and looked and I found this an actual PDF from their website saying about the best foods, the healthiest choices. It's basically non-starchy vegetables, which again, they're still carbohydrates. They won't spike your sugar by as much as, other carbs, but they still have sugar in them.
Yeah.
Fruit, which is an absolute terrible advice. Fruit is full of sugar, and people try and differentiate that fruit's healthy sugar. Fruit's not healthy sugar. In some cases, the sugar in fruit is actually worse. So fructose will actually have the same effect on the liver that alcohol does, which
Oh,
makes
really?
sense because yeah,
Right.
it makes sense because alcohol is from fruit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is how you get it. So it used to be back in the day, type 2 diabetes used to be classed as alcoholics diabetes. I think, do they call it alcoholics? Something to do with that anyway, but alcoholics, because it was only people who were alcoholics who would get it. They would get type 2 diabetes and fatty liver disease. They were the two things they would get. Now, that is prevalent in kids. Kids are getting fatty liver disease, and they were getting diabetes. So they changed the name from alcoholics to or drinkers diabetes. I can't remember the exact word they said, but anyway, they changed it to type 2 because now kids are getting it. Kids clearly aren't drinking alcohol, but it's from fructose, which they're
Yeah.
getting from either fruit, or obviously fructose is also added to food. But so fructose is not a healthy sugar. It's bad, and that is one of the main causes of type 2 diabetes. So you don't want to be eating fruit. Um, Again, a huge list of whole grain foods saying, and this is a huge myth again, is people think whole grain means healthy. It doesn't mean healthy at all. It's whole grains are just carbohydrates. It doesn't matter what word they put at the start of it. They're carbs, they're sugar, and they're not good for you. Okay, if you're going to have some carbs now and again and whatever, you can have whatever carbs you want now and again. But overall, it's not, whole grain doesn't mean healthy. And people have been kind of tricked into that. It's been a market employ. So they've got a load of that, like things like lentils and legumes, which again are bad. And they have a load of stuff which is going to really mess with your stomach and stuff like that. And also they're full of leptins, which will block lectins, which is what tells your brain when it's full. So basically they'll cause you to overeat because they'll block that signal. So that's why when you're eating lots of sugary foods and things like that, you don't ever feel full, because you are full, but it's stopping the signal to your brain.
Yeah.
Um,
Very
and
deceptive.
yeah, exactly. It's literally, it's like blocking all these foods are blocking the normal symptoms of your body, the normal functions, and yet people think it's okay to eat. Like clearly it's not. It's stopping your body do what it's meant to do. For protein, they just have a tiny section at the bottom of lean cuts of meat, but all the other proteins are like plant proteins. That they have fish on there, then there's like beans and lentils, nuts and seeds, and they say about lean meat. So they're trying to get you away from animal fats, which actually animal fats is what you want to eat, because that is what's going to give you energy, and that is what your body turns into glucose as and when it needs it. So if you cut out carbs and you don't eat fat, then actually you'll still be in trouble, because then you'll have zero glucose. You need the fat, you need the healthy fats. They've got on here the fats that you should eat are fats from like avocados, olives, nuts, oils. They list a load of seed oils on here, which we all know how bad seed oils are for you. Salad
Yeah.
dressings and mayonnaise. So no animal fats listed on there, no butter, nothing. That's what they're trying to tell you to have. That's basically their overall advice on food, which is basically they're telling you to avoid fatty meat, good animal fats, and basically meat in general, which is the exact opposite of what you should be doing. And they're telling you just to fill up on all those different sections they had, all essentially translate into sugar in the body, which is, what you don't want. So it's just basically telling you the opposite, which is kind of the advice they give in all areas in terms of nutrition and exercise, is the opposite of what you need to do.
Yeah. I mean, so excuse me, was this an article in American study or
No, so this is the actual American Diabetes Association. So
right?
they're basically the
Right.
the supposedly go-to authority on diabetes, and this is what they're saying for people to eat. So this is for anyone who isn't
Amazing.
diabetic. They're going to look at that. If I say to them, look, what you want to do is you want to cut out carbs and you want to try and eat more meat, they're going to look on here and say, no, you're wrong. This is what I'm told to eat. And they're being essentially told to eat a diet which is just killing them, maybe slowly, but killing them. And it, you know, it's just shocking, really.
It sure is. It's quite bizarre and crazy in a way that it gets so much attraction from, you know, the general public, and that they can get away with that. But at the same time, that this is what doctors are here for, to prescribe, when actually you can very much be your own doctor, you know, and prescribe your own medication, which first and foremost is your nutrition. And then, of course, that ties in with, you know, the pharmaceutical companies producing medications for this,